that defines you. You know, you follow everything from films to music to fashion to pop culture. And those are your formative years. Those are your foundation years. So whatever you consume and register and subscribe to in that period, it stays with you forever. So I have the fondest memories of everything that you mentioned. Dekh Bhai Dekh, Zaban Sambhal Ke. I used to basically, na Captain, I used to be a TV ka bacha, a product of television, a TV kid. When kids outside, I was sitting in front of the idiot box and becoming an idiot. I was, if I was not watching movies on VCR, I was watching Doordarshan. I was watching.
Oh, VCR. Good one.
Yeah, Chhaya
Kids
Geet.
don't know about VCR now.
I used to wait for Mahabharat on Sunday, Ramayan on Sunday. I used to wait for Chhaya Geet. It was like an event. Everything was worked backwards from the telecast time. And then Deepika has come and tuned into our chat. She's saying you are terrible at math.
That was so harsh. That was so harsh. Terrible at math. Wifey doing wifey business.
Yeah, I was kind of terrible at math. I still am. I was never able to.
That makes two of us.
In maths.
That makes two of us.
Really? I think we turned out all right. So all the kids out there who are facing this constant pressure of
maths in general, don't lose hope.
Yeah, it's not the end of the. It'll be great if you can do it, but if you can't do it, it's not the end of the world. You can tomorrow. If you find your passion, you can become Sunil Chhetri, even if you're not good in maths.
No, and you can become Ranveer Singh also, man.
So yeah,
I think I could.
Captain,
go on, please go on.
That's the decade for me. I used to watch television non-stop. And especially in the early 90s when cable television came, I was just hooked. Like I was watching WWF and even when my mom used to watch Bold and Beautiful and Santa Barbara and all, I used to be hooked watching the stuff that one really shouldn't be watching at that age, but that's all the kind of programming that we did get. And I'd wake up at 4 and 5 in the morning to watch, Star TV. There was Garfield and Small Wonder and all. I was just hooked. Even my idols were all the leading men from the 90s. It started off with Amitabh Bachchan and then Amir Khan, Shah Rukh Khan,
Govinda,
Anil Kapoor.
He was one of my favorites.
Salman Khan, all the big 90s heroes, Sunny Deol, Sanjay Dutt, Sunil Shetty, you name it. These guys were like my idols. Like I wanted to grow up and be them. So my fascination for movies and my obsession with television, it all started in the 90s, and those shows are the ones that you remember with great fondness. They're cult shows. Nowadays on Instagram you have these handles, and with kind of social media you can exchange these memes and stuff. I get very excited when I get those memes about only a 90s kid knows.
Will understand this. Yeah, exactly. And you have a smile on your face. Oh, this happened. This was there. This happened.
Yeah. So what were your favorite shows? You used to watch Dekh Bhai Dekh and Zaban Sambhal Ke.
I know the song Zaban Sambhal Ke, Zaban Sambhal Ke, jo chaho kaho par zara Dekh Bhai Ke. I know all of this. A lot of places where I go, and when they talk to me, they think, he won't know these things. I was hooked. I love the fact you say WWF and not WWE. It was WWF. Stone Cold Steve Austin completely was my favorite. And okay, I have to ask this: your first cable TV, was it bought or was it stolen? Because mine was stolen. I still remember. So what happened? My father was in army and he was away. So I told my mom, we need cable TV. She said no for two reasons. One, you're going to be spoiled. And two, $180, forget it. Not on something that she doesn't think is good for us. So I got this star, a whole wire. I went down with a friend and I hooked it. और वो अंकल ने मुझे पकड़ लिया, वो मेरे घर पहुंच गए तुम्हारा बेटा और तुम्हारे
पकड़े
सारे
भी गए
दोस्त,
देखो।
बिकॉज उनका फिर कनेक्शन लूज हो गया ना, उन्होंने खरीदा था तो उनका कनेक्शन लूज हो गया, तो वो हमारे घर आ गए. So what was yours? Was it bought or was it sold like ours?
Mine was bought, and to be honest, I was allowed to. I was such a menace. I was a very mischievous kid. So they were like, at least when he sits in front of this idiot box, at least he's in one place, not creating trouble. But I feel like, you know, Deepika had a very different upbringing. You know, she was an athlete growing up, so she used to not watch that much television. So sometimes she turns around and she asks me, how do you know all of these things? And you know so much about so much. And I'm almost embarrassed to admit to her that more than half of my knowledge comes from very random, unexpected sources like television. It's not like I read this in a book or something. Like you know, the lead character in Patal Lok, he spews all this gyan. Jaideep Alawar's character, he has a lot of gyan about Indian mythology, etc. But he says, "लेकिन शास्त्रों में लिखा है, लेकिन मैंने WhatsApp पे पढ़ा है." So basically, I have all of this useless, knowledge about various things, and I've got it all from watching television. And I have insights into cultures and stuff. It's only because I was a big TV buff. So I'm actually a product of television and 90s television, to be precise.
And watching those serials, did you ever think that you're going to be in one of them, or you're going to be an actor, or was it just like having fun and you didn't know at that time that you want to be an actor?
Actually, it was when I used to watch these movies, which used to the lead characters would be these larger than life characters, you know, where I used to consume all the mainstream films. Like my earliest heroes were Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Amitabh Bachchan in his larger than life avatars. It was those guys who those characters and those individuals who used to fascinate me. So I used to be obsessed with Rambo when I was a kid.
We all were.
Yeah. So I used to wake up in the morning and I used to take a lal rang ka patta and I used to stand in front of the mirror and I used to tie it like
look at your own self in the
yeah. And I had a big toy gun which I used to carry around all day. And if anybody would address me as Ranveer, I would be like, "My name is Rambo. Call me Rambo." So and it used to, my obsession used to run so deep that I used to go to sleep with and just like Rambo, he used to tie a knife over here.
Yeah.
I used to take a butter knife from the kitchen and tie it on my ankle. And